Hey, and welcome to Witchcrafty. Today I wanted to show you how to make a CSGO bomb chicken plushie. Originally there was a chicken plush made by Fade Case, but I wanted to recreate my own version to make it more authentic to the chickens in game. So let's get into the video. There are a whole bunch of things you will need to construct the plush, so I'm just going to leave a list of materials I used here for about 10 seconds, so just give it a quick pause here if you need to. The first thing you will need is the pattern. As per usual, this pattern is available for free from my DeviantArt at WitchcraftyYT, and it is 2 pages long. I've left a link in the description for you to download it and print it off. Once you have both pages, just cut it all out. The first thing you will need to do is to cut off all of the pieces in their allocated colours. Take note of the boxes that indicate where you need to leave seam allowance and the numbers that tell you how many of each shape you will need. Once you have all of the pieces, the first thing you will need to do is to take the 2 tail pieces and place them with the tracing on the inside, and sew neatly along the corners, leaving the straight edge open. Then, take the first side of the chicken and one of the ovals. Placing the tracing on the outside, align the tip of the tail on the side piece with the bottom oval. This is where you're going to join it from. Before sewing it together, pin and place the tail so that it is centered at the back and pointing inwards to the no tracing side, between the side and the oval. At this stage, it should half stick out. Then you just need to join the side piece on. Once that is done, you can stuff the tail lightly. It should be flexible enough so that you can still bend it with ease. Then you can join the second side onto the bottom, sealing the open end of the tail. You can then join on the second oval shape to the top. Before you reach the end of the stitch, leave enough room so that you can flip the plushie inside out and stuff it generously with polyfill. You can then seal off the open end with an invisible stitch. The top will not cover the whole way of the chicken, so join the 2 sides together when you reach the end of the oval shape. After that, we're just going to move on to the bomb plushie. The first thing you will need to do is to sew the details onto the top of the bomb. Take the black rectangle and the 12 small grey squares and sew them on to represent bomb buttons, with neat stitches and matching thread. I chose not to add numbers to the buttons, but that is also a little detail that you can add if you feel up to it. Then, sew the black piece a little to the bottom left of the green rectangle. Lastly, you just need to add the yellow screen at the top of the green rectangle. You don't have to do this, but you can also put in the words BOOM or the bomb code, which is 7355608, just to make it a little cuter. Then you can join the green rectangle to the centre of the large beige rectangle, making sure it is on the side with no tracing. Once that's completed, you just need to line up the navy bomb straps along the sides with no tracings and sew them on, trying your absolute best to match my placement. Put the tracing on the outside of the beige pieces and assemble the plushie bomb, being careful to align the straps. When you have nearly reached the end of the final stitch, flip it the right way up and stuff it with toy stuffing. Once done, seal off the gap with an invisible stitch. To complete the bomb, you just need to sew on the grey strap by sewing along the straight edge to create a loop. You should now be able to put it onto the chicken so it fits snug. We can then move on to the finishing touches of the chicken. Take all of the wing parts and sew along the tracing lines. When you've nearly reached the end, flip it inside out, stuff them so that they both have a similar amount of stuffing so that they are not uneven, and conceal with an invisible stitch. Take the red chicken comb and use the same technique used on the wing, leaving the straight side open. I personally didn't need to stuff this as I felt it had enough structure as it was, but if you need to, stuff it. Join the eye pupils to the centre of the white circles. And use the same technique with the comb for the yellow beak. Join the eyes onto the chicken, be careful of your placement and use pins if you need to. Then, you can join the beak on with an invisible stitch, placing the red wattle underneath so that it's sealed onto the chicken also. Place the comb at the centre of the top of the head and sew it on with an invisible stitch, tucking in the raw edges. And lastly, use an invisible stitch around the shape of the wings to join them to the chicken. This also seals the bomb strap in place so you don't have to worry about it falling off. And there you have it! You have successfully planted the bomb on a chicken. Sorry, chicken. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and comment down below on ideas that you'd like to see me make next. And while you're at it, why don't you go check out my other videos? I upload new craft videos every single week. Thanks for watching. Bye!